Week number 7 already of NFL Primetime. Boomer and Booger with you. We're, only a week away from Halloween. Is it already time to get the costumes ready at your house?
Maybe, just maybe, the kids got to figure out what they want to be. It's not quite yet.
You know what we disguise this show as?
What's that?
The fastest 50 minutes in television. Oh, you knew I would get you. At any rate, look, AFC big games, and they were early. It was fun to watch, although who knew that both of them would turn out to be blowouts? We're talking about the defending AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs at Tennessee, and we're also talking about the Baltimore Ravens at home against upstart Cincinnati. Let's go with the Music City because the Chiefs are the Chiefs, but they're only at 500. And could the Titans beat the Bills and Chiefs, the AFC Championship game participants last year, in 7 days? Well, they have Derrick Henry, they have Mike Vrabel, and they have a team that plays like he played. But wait a minute. Derrick Henry's going to throw it to Michael Pruitt. The Chiefs weren't ready for that.
They've been practicing this boom for 2 weeks. As much as they run the football, the defense was very susceptible to it.
And so the Titans lead 7-0. Now, a little more out of the normal playbook. Ryan Tannehill, A.J. Brown. Wow. Does he hang on? First, they say incomplete. Mike Vrabel challenges, wins.
Great job by review. Great throw, even better catch there by Brown.
So, Tennessee bringing it right to the Chiefs. 3rd and 7, Titans. Floater to Brown. He's there. Tannehill to Brown, 24 yards. It's 14-0.
If once is nice, twice is better. Even better catch on the second time by Brown.
Now it's 17-0. The Chiefs have to come from behind again. Could they? Well, Patrick Mahomes running a lot. He moves left and then throwing across. But the ball's tipped, and Rashaan Evans is there for the Titans.
Yeah, nothing good is happening lately when he's throwing no-look passes and behind-the-back passes and late passes across the middle.
And now the Titans look to take advantage of the turnover. Tannehill, guess what? He can motor it in himself. 2-yard touchdown, the little finger roll, 24-0.
We've seen that before, Boone.
Yeah, last play before the 2-minute warning. Mahomes, Travis Kelce, whoop. The little flick to Jerick McKinnon. The Chiefs looking for something. Points before we go into the locker room. Mahomes. But you know who's around the ball a lot? And that would be, bang, Kevin Byard punches it out. Matthias Farley recovers for Tennessee.
Yeah, shout out to Peanut Tillman. The peanut punch there by Byard.
Second time the Chiefs have been shut out in a half under Mahomes. That's it. Only for a half. It happened in 2019 against the 80s. Late third, Tannehill. Chiefs defense finally digs in a little. Willie Gay, young player that they more and more playing time every week. So maybe Kansas City can get going. But guess what? Danico Autry and the Titans front said, I don't think so. 57-yard field goal, no good. That was a 10-yard loss on a sack. 27-3. Now you're looking for a miracle. Mahomes can do it, but not with Autry and Jeffrey Simmons and company.
Yeah, really scary play there. Mahomes under fire. His offensive line didn't play well all day. Boom, and as you can see, the knee there from Simmons hit Mahomes in the neck, and he looks like he was in a real bad state of mind there.
No, he was. He left. Henne came in, but, I mean, the game was done. The good news is he was sidelined later, and preliminary reports, of course, are doing this Sunday night that it's good.
He's okay.
That he's okay.
Yes.
They play a Monday nighter. But look, I mean, Tennessee comes in, and this was not a contest from the get-go. The Chiefs below 500, and Tennessee, a team that lost to the Jets, have tied, well, I'm beating myself to the punch a little bit, 5-2. There's no team in the AFC with a better record. Derrick Henry afterwards, the quarterback.
I guess just had the momentum and kept it going. That's always a great feeling. You know, you getting in the drives, you finishing drives, things are going the way you want them to as an offense. Everybody's being able to make plays, and you know that's all you want as an offense is everybody getting opportunities and taking advantage of them.
Right. As far as the injuries go, Pat was in the concussion protocol. He cleared it, and then I decided not to put him back in.
I mean, I feel fine now. I mean, just it was 4th down, so I was kind of getting held up, and instead of going down and try to throw the ball, and obviously y'all saw the hit. So, I mean, I kind of took my time getting up, but I felt fine. But obviously, with you have to kind of go through those things, the protocol things. But I did everything I needed to do to be here right now.
How was the locker room after
I mean, you're embarrassed. I mean, you just got spanked pretty good. I mean, it's we were coming in here trying to build off momentum of the week before, and we didn't do that. So I mean, it's just trying to find a way to get better for next week, because you got to continue to get better and better in this league if you want to get to where you want to be at.
Look, let's start with Tennessee, because it was both sides of the ball. Derrick Henry, okay, he ran for less than 100 yards. We did a good job. No, they were forceful both sides of the ball, and boy, did they come out with fire.
In the last 6 days, the Tennessee Titans have made a statement to the National Football League. You beat Buffalo on Monday night, then you come back and you dominate the Chiefs, and they do it in a very similar fashion. Very, very physical. Yes, I'm not talking about Derrick Henry running for a ton of yards, but they control the line of scrimmage defensively. They play physical up front. Their secondary plays physical. They manhandle the Kansas City Chiefs receivers, never could get the timing right. That's why you saw Patrick Mahomes holding the football. So a very, very impressive 6 days for the Tennessee Titans. And they kind of take the personality of their coach. That's who their coach is, Mike Vrabel.
Oh, we know Mike a long time.
They play just like him.
And look, for the Chiefs, where do we be? First of all, so Tennessee forced 3 turnovers, 4 sacks.
Yes.
So again, that's Tennessee.
Yes.
It also is Kansas City. So Kansas City has 17 turnovers. Right, we're now 7 games into the season. When you look at the turnover list, that's not the only problem.
Right.
But 3 a week, every week. You look at the turnover list, the teams that are losing are at the bottom of the giveaway list, and that's the most.
Coach Parcells said it best. You are what your record says you are, and they're a bad football team. Their offensive line is not good. We know with their defense, they can't stop the run. And their quarterback, he's tied for the league lead in the NFL in interceptions. They are a turnover-worthy football team that they can't hang their head on anything. And in the past, it was Patrick will bail us out. Patrick will make up for all the sins that we have. And he can't do that anymore. They are a bad football team. They've been a bad football team for 2 months, Boom, and that's not easily correctable. So Andy Reid and his staff have a lot of work to do. And the first thing they have to do, they have to change their mindset, and that starts with the quarterback.
Well, they do there, and gave up a 97-yard drive. We could go on and on.
Correct,
and on.
exactly.
And that division, there's some teams playing some
Absolutely.
There's all right, so that's kudos to Tennessee and Kansas City, a head-scratcher for them. Meanwhile, Baltimore came in, the only 5-1 team. They've won 5 in a row. And here's upstart Cincinnati. And Baltimore has, I think last year was, like 65-6. I mean, I know Burrow didn't play one, but you get the. There are not a lot of big Bengal wins over the Ravens recently, but they were out to change it. C.J. Halls of Montezuma. Touchdown from Joe Burrow, 10-3 Bengals. Now, 2 minutes to go in the half. Lamar Jackson, a keeper. Look at him. Inside the 5, 1st and goal. Ravens down to their 4th, 5th running back, Devontae Freeman. Once upon a time, a big player, Atlanta. Touchdown. He had one last week. We're tied at 10. 30 seconds left to go in the half. Joe Burrow stands in the pocket. There's a lot of noise around him there. But this is Jamar Chase. Yeah, we did this at college. This is going to work in the NFL. Sets up a field goal, 13. Where'd they go to school? I don't remember.
LSU.
Thank you. First drive of the side. I knew you would do that. Jackson, their rookie receiver, Rashad Bateman, 35 yards. So it's a ball game here, early 3rd quarter. Now Lamar. He's been a magician this year. And this is very Hollywood, isn't it? Hollywood Brown, 39 yards. He's in 17-13.
Outstanding throw, even better footwork there by Hollywood Brown. More impressive, Lamar staying in the pocket, delivering a dime.
Then the Bengals, okay, we're going to have one of those games. Burrow. Chase, didn't they in August say he couldn't catch the ball? Who was they? In the Raven territory, 21 yards. Burrow. Again to the shores of Tripoli. It's Uzoma. 32-yard touchdown, Cincinnati, 20-17 lead. Now Ravens. But the Bengals have a good front. And I know against Lamar sometimes that doesn't matter, and they're bringing people on this play. And Trey Hendrickson makes the sack.
Yeah, and great job by Sam Hubbard on the front side, keeping Lamar in the pocket. Hendrickson in the free agent signing coming on from the backside.
Now, watch this. 3rd and 2 inside your own 20. Burrow, Chase. What? And then, what? And then, I don't think they're going to get him. He could go all the way. A little slant goes 82 yards. 27-17 Cincinnati.
His draft profile, very physical, hard to tackle. It came true then, Boom.
Yeah, he sure did. 3rd and goal from the 16, beginning 4th. Burrow. Pressure. This was a mistake.
Yeah.
Marlon Humphrey tried it. The things are going well. John Harbaugh says, let's go. We got a turnover. But now it's 4th and 7. Ravens going to go for it on territory. Ooh, almost picked up. Didn't matter. It was 4th down. Akeem Davis-Gaither, turnover on downs. Cincinnati. They also have Joe Mixon match. This. Bang! You know, there's only one Derrick Henry, but that looked like, hey, I can run like him.
That's what they like to do. Be physical and run in that Zach Taylor Ram-based offense.
Wow. And in the 4th quarter, they put this away, and going away, the Cincinnati Bengals. They're 5-2, as are the Ravens. The Bengals go into the big crab cake and beat Baltimore by the count of 41-17. Chase 8 for 201. Burrow threw for 416 and 3 touchdowns. My goodness, what a day for Cincinnati. The intrepid reporter that he is, Sal Palantonio, afterward.
What is it about your quarterback, Joe Burrow, that puts so much trust in you as a wide receiver?
Yeah, Joe Burrow's a great quarterback. You know, down the detail, he helps me out. Especially with the film session, I feel like that's something he helped me with big when I was in college, and it translates into now.
Is this team on pace to go to the playoffs, you think?
I definitely believe so. We're capable of it, yes, sir.
Aside from the interception that I'm disappointed in, I thought I played really well. You know, there's always stuff to clean up, but you know, we made plays, we won the game. I'm never going to be upset about a thrashing like that.
It's always week to week. It's always game to game. There never is any running narrative. It just doesn't exist. And you got to come out and play your best every week. And we did not play our best, far from it. You know, really in any phase, and that's on us. And that's it. That's what happened.
They had won 5 in a row. Kudos to the Bengals. They don't play again. I think it's week 15, the day after Christmas. Look, we could go a lot of ways with Cincinnati. I don't know if we said it on the show last week because it was like a throwaway game.
Yeah.
Team maturing.
Yes.
So they played Detroit last week, Cincinnati. Quote, an easy one, although most teams are finding it's not that easy. They rolled over them. It was one of the few laughers against Detroit. My point is they weren't looking ahead to the Baltimore game at all. It's a team growing here. We can see what they're doing on the football.
Well, and you saw it on the road. First of all, 2 very good football teams we saw play. The Ravens and the Bengals are both going to be in and down the stretch. The Bengals, I'm so impressed with their mental toughness, Boom. You talked about last week. What about this week? They weren't the favorite today. Baltimore, the more physical team. What did they do? They came in and they took away what Baltimore did best. They shut down the run from a physicality standpoint, and they were physical themselves. And overall, the mental toughness of Cincinnati's defense to come in and hold Lamar and that offense down was outstanding. And the combination of Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase was outstanding. The Baltimore Ravens had their best cornerback in Marlon Humphrey on Jamar Chase. They went at him all day long. The mental toughness. Our best is better than your best, and it showed today on the tape.
No, that was an eye-opener for everybody in the league. And again, that 5-2 record, nobody has a better one in the AFC.
Exactly.
There's no 0 or 1-loss team. All right, now kind of at the other end a little bit. We're going over the NFC, the Panthers and the Giants. Panthers were 3-0 with Christian McCaffrey, but since then, tough sledding. And they come in with Sam Darnold to the Meadowlands, where he used to play for the Jets. Daniel Jones, Giants. Usually at the holidays, Kyle Rudolph is big. That's a great play, but they took a look, the foot, just out of bounds, the correct call.
Absolutely the correct call. You can see that foot on the white. That's out of bounds.
And so now on 3rd and goal, now we're going to pick Evan Engram up, and that's now. Remember, they were almost in, and now 4th down. Joe Judge says, "Look, we've only won a game. Let's go." Devontae Booker, Hassan Reddick. So they are stopped at the 1, but if you play defense at the 1, then some good things can happen.
Absolutely.
3rd and 9. Panthers have picked up as obviously 1 yard. So from the 2, beginning 2nd, right? Sam Darnold, guess what that is? That's a flag, it's a safety, and it's a 2-run homer for New York.
Just a lot of bad plays by Sam Darnold, culminated today with him being benched.
So Joe Judge gets a homer from Aaron Judge, I guess. I don't know. Now it's Stanton is homered, so it's 5-3. Darnold looking for receiver James Bradbury. Picks it up with a G-man. Darnold's picked up 8 times this year, 5-3 at the half. It is World Series time, So 5 minutes left in the 3rd now. Same score. It's a great game if you're playing blackjack. Heading off the Booker, Dante Pettis. That's Danny Dimes out there with a great catch in the zone.
I wonder if he can use those hands to hold onto the ball a little bit more.
Well, we learned he's got good hands. It's a 16-yard gain. Took a licking, checked back up, and he throws to Pettis. You threw it to me, or yeah, I'm going to throw it to you, and that's the way the Giants take a 12-3 lead.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Reviewed, confirmed, good. Now, Darnold. I've played here before. I know what to do. But, overthrown, almost intercepted by Xavier McKinney. Now 3rd and 9, Carolina. Just 9-point deficit. Darnold, pressure, flag, out of bounds. Threw for 111 yards in 3 quarters. Matt Golden Rule decides bench him. P.J. Walker in. Same result. Giants all of a sudden channeling the G-men from yesteryear. Dexter Lawrence. Nice trip up because Walker can run. Now it's 18-3. You don't hit in blackjack on 18. You just stick. Walker back to pass. Azeez Ojulari. 6 sacks for the Giants.
Yeah, and that Georgia rookie there was outstanding all day coming off the edge.
And so the Giants, they bust through. They get a win over Sam Darnold. Must have seen Halloween ghosts in that stadium. Carolina's lost 4 in a row. Giants hold them to 173 yards in offense. Eagles-Raiders, a kind of a pivotal game for both. If you look at their schedule in the next couple games, you know what? He stepped into a unique situation. The Raiders are 1 for 1. Jalen Hurts of Philly to Dallas Goedert for 24 yards. I still find it. Dallas on Philly, it's just not right. 2nd and 9, Hurts. Kenneth Gainwell, he gains well, and Philly goes into Vegas and leads 7-0.
Yeah, and Hurts came out playing well, throwing the ball very accurately from the pocket.
And 2nd quarter, Kenyon Drake. The Raiders go enough already with Philly. Let's go. 12 yards. 2nd and 4 from the 18. Derek Carr, Foster Moreau, magnifique. The touchdown, set a set.
Nice little accent there.
A little hockey, you know. Next, it's on ESPN. You might have heard it's come back. Their own for the Raiders. Carr, Brian Edwards, 18 yards. Under 2 to go in the half. The big fella, Josh Jacobs, he's got some blockers. And a power move for 20 yards. Then, next play, you did all that. And he can bounce it too, huh,
Yeah, a lot of speed, one of the better dual threat backs. Boom. Good to see him getting involved, not only in the running game, but the passing game also.
17-7 at the half. Raiders. Jake Elliott, the outside kick. But Alec Ingold is gold falling on the ball. So a lot of trickery in the kicking game.
Yeah, a little trickeration today.
Yeah, it's Halloween, close trick or treat, right? Drake runs it in for 4 yards out, so the gamble does not pay off, obviously 24-7. Phillies punted. Carr. Edwards. Wide open in the Philly secondary, 24 yards. 3rd and goal now, Raiders. Carr. Hunter Renfrow, eliminated in baseball, but not eliminated in football. The Red Sox are out, the Raiders are in. Just short of the end zone, 4th and goal. Carr, Edwards, touchdown, 30-7.
He loved the play call, bring him in short motion and then flip it right to him.
31 of 34 for Carr. Eagles trying, and it hurts. I mean, really, that hurts.
Inexcusable.
Sorry.
You work on center, quarterback exchange, even in the shotgun, every day in practice. Hurts. Keep your eye on the ball, and if you can't get it, just fall on it. Stop trying to pick it up.
So they scored a little bit late, as they did against Tampa, but I mean, the game was over like the Tampa game. And so the Raiders are 5-2. Like we said, nobody in the AFC has a better record than 5-2. And we said for Carr, 31 of 34 with a minimum of 30 passes. 2nd highest completion percentage in NFL history, 91.2%. Drew Brees, once upon a time at 96%. That's saying something.
And again, the Raiders 2-0 under interim coach Rich Bisaccia. The 2nd week, he's done an outstanding job getting his team ready to play.
Now, Washington at the Pack. Packers lost week 1, haven't lost since. 5-game winning streak, and Uniform kind of inspired by the 50s.
A lot of green.
Yeah, a lot of green, but you know what? They are the Green Bay Packers. Helmets, classic of the day, right? Aaron Rodgers, 15-yard safe. First down. 4th and 3. Pack going for it. Dun-dun-dun-dun. The Adams family. As we say, big always at this time of year. Touchdown. He made a great catch elsewhere in the game. 7-0 Green Bay. Taylor Heineke, a thrill a minute. He is, right? To Terry McLaurin. 40-yard touchdown. We're tied at 7.
Nothing more dangerous than the underthrown ball. Nice adjustment there by Terry McLaurin.
Here come the Pack with 35 seconds left in the half. Rodgers to Allen Lounge Lazard. 19 yards. 19 seconds to go. Rodgers. You did all that, I'm going to reward you with a touchdown.
Yeah.
14-7.
Tough to defend, Boom. At any spot, the back shoulder fade.
At the half. Now Washington, third quarter. Heineke, Rashawn Gary strips him. Dean Lowry is there. Very good play, Pac D.
Without a doubt. They've been waiting on the Michigan product in Rashawn Gary to come along. Finally, he's coming along in that Joe Barry defense.
So here come the Packers in business, and Aaron Rodgers doesn't miss these opportunities very much. Time floats. Robert Tonyan, that's just pretty, and it's 21-7 Green Bay.
That's like music, sweet music.
It is. Now, this whole series was unbelievable. Heineke uncorked the bottle. He's in the end zone. Touchdown. And Lambeau Lip, he grew up a big Packer fan. Brett Favre, Lambeau Lip, but he dove and gave himself up, and they ruled down.
Yeah, and your forward progress is stopped once you give yourself up.
Oh, no, and then they try for it on 4th down to sneak, but he fumbles. Ron Rivera challenges because he fumbled. He got it back. Shouldn't that be a touchdown? Took a long time to look at this, but they didn't get it. It just really, they had what they thought were 2 touchdowns. Now, later in the third, they're still down there again. Heineke. Oh, incomplete to McLaurin. Now 4th and 2. They got to get it in once, right, Boog? Heineke to Ricky Seals-Jones. That's Adrian Amos with a nice play. Now, inside the 5 again, turnover on that. Tough. Washington was game, man.
They were in the red zone all day, just couldn't capitalize.
Under 7 minutes now. This after all that. In the end zone again, deep. Shandon Sullivan makes the pick. And the Green Bay Packers, as you said, with a lot of green, have won 6 in a row after that opening day stomping, which Aaron Rodgers said it's 1 game. He's right. They're 6-1 going into their Thursday night game at Arizona. And like we say, the Pack wins it 24-10. Devontae Adams afterwards.
Man, that's how we practice every week. You know, just extending plays, making sure I'm available for him to, you know, be able to make those type of plays. So it's really not new. I've been seeing that for 8 years now. So it's what we expect, and that's what we need going forward to win those games.
But I feel like we're close. We got to keep finding ways to get the ball to our guys in space. But when our defense is playing like they did today, we're going to be tough to beat. Coach's dream situation is winning and still being able to correct a lot of things, so they're happy.
He's unique and he's great. And the Packers, this wasn't a wow game for them, but does it have to be wow when you've won 6 in a row?
No, it doesn't have to be. And I just go back to week 1, Boom, and everybody thought the sky was falling. He simply said, relax. They're a methodical football team. They're not playing for late October. They're not playing for late November. They want to be deep in the postseason come January and play into February. They've been 13-3 the last 2 years. He knows what it's like and where they need to be. And this was a methodical, systematic performance. And a shout out to their defensive coordinator, Joe Barry. A very questionable hire by some, but he's been outstanding for the Green Bay Packers.
You know, just an aside, and again, this isn't a comment necessarily yay or nay, but they're in the same division. Heineke and Gardner Minshew, who's back up with Philadelphia.
Yeah, right.
Wouldn't you like to see these two guys play against each
other? Just a little bit.
Fun.
Yeah, just a little
fun. I just think it would be not hysterical as in bad, but like I think it would be great theater.
I agree with you.
Just an aside. Let's see if we can see NFL Primetime. We have some
just a little
here.
Juice.
All right, now we're going to go what? Undefeated Arizona. The last undefeated team, 6-0. The franchise has been around since the beginning of the NFL, 1920, has never gone better than 7-0. Cliff Kingsbury back on sideline after missing game COVID. J.J. Watt back. DeAndre Hopkins back. But guess what? It's baseball season. Yordan Alvarez, 2 home runs. Houston. They get 5 points. They lead 5-0. All right, I just had to put that in. Kyler Murray now. There it is. Now I gave it away. That's the first home run. That's 2-0. That's Jacob Martin for the safety.
Yeah, outstanding play. Maybe should have been called for a face mask nevertheless.
So Murray to the injury tent for a minute. Under 11 to go. It's 5-0. All right, now back to football. 4th and 3. Murray, Christian Kirk, first down, 13-yard pickup. Zach Ertz, Cardinals debut, a little tight end around. Initially ruled a fumble, but they reverse it. Then Murray. There it is to Hopkins. He's back, and they lead 7-5.
And everything is calm.
Everything's calm now. Texans were game, obviously. Young rookie Davis Mills, Stanford, back to pass, Marcus Golden, sack, loose ball, cards on it.
Chandler Jones, J.J. Watt, Marcus Golden, they have a lot of guys that can rush the passer.
Yes, they do. 3rd and 24. So, Houston's going to get a stop. Maybe. Murray. 3rd and 24, it's your basic 41-yard play. A.J. Green. 2 plays later, Kyler. Kyler to Kirk. Touchdown. 17-5. They need Alvarez at the plate, Houston.
That's a lot of home runs.
Bregman, they get a lot of guys. 8 minutes remaining. 30. Korea, put them up. Murray. Ertz. Oh, yeah, I like being a Cardinal, don't I? We haven't lost a game.
Just when you focus on Hopkins and A.J. Green and Christian Kirk, now they have someone that can work the middle of the field. Outstanding trade by General Manager Steve Keim. This offense could be unstoppable.
Under 11 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Cardinals, 3rd and 1. James Conner, not only the first down, but the touchdown. But they're showing, I understand Houston is not, going to the Super Bowl. I get it.
They get paid too.
Yeah, but it's an NFL game, and I'm not making short trip of a 7-0 start. The 1974 St. Louis Cardinals with Jim Hart and Coach Don Coryell and Dan Deerdorf and Jackie Smith, Hall of Famers, Roger Worley. I mean, that's a long time ago. The franchise has been around 102 years. So Arizona now has a Thursday game at home against Green Bay, and that will be a must-see. All right, Lions, Rams. You know the storyline here. Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford traded for each other. Goff, quarterback, Rams, Super Bowl a couple of years ago. Stafford with Lions. Now they come in the other jersey. You know that story. And Goff to DeAndre Swift. The Lions, as they do so many games, have come to play. Swiftly into the end zone, 7-0 Detroit. Now, the kickoff. Austin Seibert. Oh, look at the bounce. Tracy Walker, the third, recovers. Lions!
The tricky Lions.
Lions! And then look at this, 4th and 7. Punter Jack Fox. Bobby Price. We'll talk about this later. Way to go, Coach Campbell.
And that's not even a wide open receiver. Boom. The punter and the gunner ran a stop route. That's unheard of in special teams.
And it set up a field goal. 10-0 Detroit. L.A. stunned. 13-3 second quarter. Stafford. Van Jefferson through the circle. Pretty good. Stafford throws a touchdown against his old teammates. 13-10. Rams, 44-yard line. Stafford. Little sidearm sling to Robert Woods. 22 yards. Now down to the 2. Stafford. Cooper Kupp. Kind of a little convoy. The 300 career touchdown Stafford.
Very similar play. Short motion, bring him in, throw it right to him. Easy walk in.
Now it's 17-16 Detroit. Goff. Khalif Raymond. And Raymond has wheels. 37 yards. Sets up a field goal. Lions lead 19-17 in L.A. Lions?
This could be the day.
Last second, third quarter. Goff. Kupp. Oh, the Kupp runneth over for 59 yards. Now fourth quarter, same drive, obviously. Rams. Ball at the 5. Stafford. Kupp. Touchdown. 2-point conversion, good. 6-point lead, 25-19, but Lions in it. Own 49. Swift. 11-yard pickup.
To see the step that he's taken this year has been a great surprise, Boone.
And now at the 12, Goff. Oh, I know about Jalen Ramsey. I went against him every day at practice. He's really good. He's still good. Oh, no, he was pressured by Donald. My old guys, don't do this to me now.
Two of the Rams superstars, Donald with the pressure, Ramsey undercut the route with the INT.
So in the end, Goff, and they're the quarterbacks who, they're fine. They were traded for each other. And Goff with his old coach, Sean McVay, and the Lions played valiantly. The Rams needed a wake-up call in the end. Matthew Stafford threw for 334 in a game that meant a lot to both. Kupp caught 10. The Rams up there marked the 6-1. The Lions game, but 0-7. And Matthew Stafford, I'm sure, feels for his ex-mates, but is happy they won the game in L.A.
It was humbling. It was really nice to see. Driving into the stadium today, saw a few walking around and thought to myself that was pretty cool. I really appreciate it. I've said it a bunch of times, and I truly mean it. I love my time there. I love, all the people there that treated me, my family, my wife, with a ton of respect and a ton of grace, for a long time. So, it was cool to see that. Once the ball was snapped, it was football time. I was ready to go play, but it was cool to see some of the stuff going on around.
Class player and a great player on a really good team. He has his chance. Lions, I don't think he was that surprised that the Lions came out and did all that.
No.
I give Coach Campbell the nod. We're going to try to win this for you, for our quarterback, Goff, even though he called him out last week.
Correct.
And then all week long in practice, look what we're going to do. We're going to try our best.
Well, he tried to go out and back it up. A couple of fake punts, fake field goal, onside kicks, so many different things that they tried to do to incentivize this team in winning. They're just not good enough, but bottom line. And I think the coach knows that, so he tries to help them. As far as the Rams are concerned, you saw the difference in why, it was a subtle difference in why Sean McVay wanted Matthew Stafford instead of Jared Goff. Mm-hmm. It's a couple of throws in that game, a couple of situations where Matthew Stafford did not panic, where Jared Goff was thrown off his back foot, and there was a couple of completions that Stafford was able to make that I think Sean McVay said, this guy can make these plays, and the guy that I had last year in Jared Goff couldn't. No hard feelings whatsoever, but I think we saw the difference between the two quarterbacks today.
Well, so the Rams 6-1, including that, a win over Tampa Bay. They played the Thursday, so they had a kind of a half of a bye.
Mini bye.
Tampa at home against Chicago, who beat them last year, beat Tom Brady in the Bucs at Soldier Field. At Tampa, not quite the same. There it is, home of the champs. Tom Brady, Justin Fields, 21 years, 214 days apart. Other than that, they're the same player. I'm kidding. Largest age gap between starting quarterbacks in NFL history. Fields escapes, but doesn't escape D. Delaney. And very quickly, with a 7-0 lead, Tampa in business again. Down to the 30. Tom Brady goes to work. Got so many tools, as we all know. Chris Godwin, 21 yards. Now 3rd and goal at the 4. You dove for me, I'm going to give you a touchdown. That's pretty good coverage, too. It's a touchdown, 14-0.
Yeah, but that was a linebacker. Godwin, a linebacker. I'll take Godwin all day.
Career touchdown pass number 599. Field strip, Shaq Barrett. Vita Vea recovers. We saw this on this field in the Super Bowl. Another turnover Fields.
And Shaq Barrett starting to heat up right now after a slow start to his season.
Last seconds, first quarter. Brady. Mike Evans, 600 touchdown passes. I mean, my arm hurts saying it.
That's a lot.
Watch what happens with Evans here. He gives the ball to a fan in the stands, didn't realize it was 600. And so we got our best man on it. The Bucs up. Oh, I didn't mean to. Oh, you really? We need the ball. Please, can you please? Okay, they're very nice in Tampa.
I'm sure they gave that fan something to trade for the ball. Maybe a signed Evans or Brady signed jersey there.
Oh, yeah.
How good is that?
That's pretty good. That's the best fumble recovery Evans has ever made. 21-0 Bucs. It didn't stop. Brady, Evans. You can do what you want with this ball, starting with catching it. 3-yard, down to the 3-yard line. Very next play. Oh, the little whirly bird.
Yeah, first we drop it in the bucket. Second, we throw a little outside back shoulder fade. Those two have chemistry that's unbelievable.
Yeah, here you go with the ball because that's number 601 because, you know, we don't need that ball.
Yeah.
When he throws his 700th, we're going to get it back. Bears turn it over. Brady to Evans again. 4 touchdown passes first half. Tom, 3 to Evans. You get the picture. They took their foot off the accelerator in the second half, and they beat Chicago 38-3. 5 turnovers for Justin Fields, 3 picks, lost 2 fumbles. The Bucs, I know a lot of their history hasn't been great, but they are the champs. Never been 6-1 through 7 games, and so Tampa, impressive with just the 1 loss to the Rams. So we got what? We got, you know, Tampa Bay at 6-1.
Yeah.
The Rams are 6-1. This is NFC.
Yes.
Arizona's 7-0. Green Bay is 6-1, won 6 in a row. We don't have to choose really yet, but boy, that's quite a high ceiling in the NFC for 7 games.
Without a doubt, it's very top heavy. And just speaking of Tampa, Boom, they didn't have AB or Gronk today. Their skill player depth is unbelievable. They can win a game with what I think is their best receiver in AB, and without their best receiver in Gronk. Just shows you how deep they are. When they get back healthy, and we know defensively they're not where they want to be, especially on the back end. Justin Fields could not take advantage of that today, and so they were able to go out and win the game handily. But overall, if you had to choose right now between that group at the top, it would be tough to go against Tampa, especially if they're healthy.
And we don't mean they're limited. Dallas had a bye this week. Their only loss was to Tampa.
Exactly.
We remember the opening
first game of the year. Yep.
So it's really top-heavy thus far here as we head toward the end of October in the NFC. 17 games to figure it out, and then, of course, playoffs in January. All right, now, other end of it, Falcons, Dolphins. Miami did not get a bye week off the London game. They won their first game in New England. They've lost them all since. Could they beat Atlanta in Miami? Tua, Isaiah Ford, 10 yards, 7-0 Miami.
Nice little slant throw there by Tua. Getting off to a good start.
Matt Ryan down 7-3. He can still sling it. Calvin Ridley can still catch it, 5 yards. 10-7 Atlanta. End of the first half in the red zone. Tua. And that's over to Jalen Hawkins is there in the end zone. Now, want you to watch this. Minute left. Look at this. Minute left in the half. Kyle Pitts, the 4th overall draft pick, and he's hardly the Pitts.
Yeah, who needs 2 hands, Boom, when one will do?
Wow. Falcons going to kick a field goal. They lead 13-7. Third quarter. Ryan. Time. I think he's open. That's Russell Gage.
One of the more disappointing units in pro football, the Miami Dolphin defense this season.
Because they were good last
They were, absolutely.
20-7. Now it's 20-14. Ryan's been intercepted. Tua.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You just can't do that.
Foya Oluokun. And he's run down, but 56-yard return puts him deep. And one of the best Swiss Army knives in football. What an overall player he's become. Cordero Patterson with a touchdown.
Yeah, just get him the ball. It doesn't matter if a receiver or running back or returner. He's dangerous when he touches it.
27-14. Miami in trouble until Tua. Miles foot on the gasket. Oh, Miami in it. 27-21. Atlanta, 3rd and 8. 6 minutes. Ryan rolling. Didn't see Emmanuel Ogba. He fumbled. Nick Needham on it. When you need him, he's there. And now, Tua. He felt ill earlier, but Mike is no longer Gesicki. It's a first down. 2 plays later, Tua. My goodness, ooh, little trickery. Kind of paused and back. Fires. Mac Hollins, 28-27, Miami, 2.5 to go.
And Tua walked off the field. He gave his team the lead. That's all you can ask.
1st and 10 after the 2-minute warning. Ryan, shotgun, firing. There's Pitts, double coverage, doesn't matter.
That's too good, and that's against the Miami Dolphins' #1 cornerback.
And then that sets up at the end, last seconds, Younghoe Koo. He's become one of the best. Quite a story, and it's good. There's no question about it. And the Atlanta Falcons. Hey, look, they've won 3 games. It may not be against great teams. So what? You play who's on the schedule, and Miami has now lost, after that opening win, they have lost 6 in a row. Kyle Pitts, the youngest tight end, over 150-yard receiving game. He's 21 years and 18 days. The youngest till then, because they think of how they played football in 1961, was Mike Ditka. He was 20.
Wow.
That's a long time ago. Jets, Pats. Pats have lost 4 straight home games. Doesn't happen, Bill Belichick. But here come the Jets just when they needed him. Mac Jones against fellow rookie Zach Wilson. Oh, the trickery. Jones to Kendrick Bourne to Nelson Aguilar. How about that right out of the gate?
Double pass. First pass is behind the line of scrimmage, so the second pass can go downfield.
And so Bourne again with a touchdown, 7-0 New England. Now Damian Harris, 32 yards. Early this year, the Patriots beat the Jets week 2 at the Meadowlands. Harris in the end zone, touchdown, 14-0 New England. Matt Amendola. Could the Jets get any points in the first quarter this year? Oh, no good.
No.
48 yards. They're outscored 44-0 in the first quarter. Hard to come back from
That's
that.
not good.
First team since the 08 Lions, the 0-16 08 Lions, to do that. Not good. Wilson scrambling. Take it out on the sideline.
Yeah, see, this is where he's got to learn at some point. There is nothing to be gained by that. Hey, throw it away, run out of bounds. Don't get your body hit.
He gets up, continues in the drive, but time throws nearly picked in the end zone. Defensive pass interference, but Wilson hit on the play. Matthew Judon hit him, and he's slow to get up.
Yeah, the hits are starting to accumulate for the young Zach Wilson.
Yeah, they're behind all the time.
Yeah.
Prize game, MRI Monday. So now Mike White, Western Kentucky. Quarterback, White to Corey Davis. Hey, the Jets. First career pass attempt. His rating is 300, right? Jets are on the board. Jones scrambling. He can do that. 13 yards, first down, New England. Later drive, Jones, Brandon Bolden. Cuts it up, hits the pylon, 15 yards, 24-7 New England, route on. Jones, let's get everyone in the act. Hunter Henry, former Charger, touchdown. 4 straight games receiving touchdown for him, 31-7. Robert Saleh, not again. 41-13, fourth quarter. Jones, Bourne. Oh, that's just right on the money.
Mac Jones continues to be outstanding week in and week out with accurate passes.
And then Jones, J.J. Taylor, he had a couple of touchdowns. I mean, look, let's get everybody in the end zone. 54-13. So that's 6 straight sweeps for the Patriots over the Jets. New England 3-4, the Jets 1-5. The most points they've allowed since 1978. Well, I know we talked about the NFC just a few moments ago, Booker, but back here, the AFC, a couple of the good teams had byes, as in Buffalo and the Chargers. There's 6 teams that are either 4-2 or 5-2. None of them named Kansas City. This is a different picture in the AFC.
Yeah, it's a different picture this year, especially with Cincinnati stepping up, the Chargers to a certain degree, and the Raiders. I think overall the biggest surprise, though, is the Kansas City Chiefs. I think no one expected them to look this bad. No one expected the quarterback to play this bad. We knew their defense could be a little shaky, but you thought in Patrick Mahomes we could trust him to come out and make up for a multitude of sins, but he hasn't been able to do that. And boom, I don't know if they have time enough to fix it. We're almost to November, and they still look this bad. That's got to be concerning for head coach Andy Reid.
I guess if you say don't turn it over, although maybe one a game, get a lead, then the defense can look pretty good with a lead, but that has not been their MO even when they were cruising over teams. Listen, you talked about a couple of teams that are all of a sudden, and that 5-2 game balls. I know you're itching to give them to your alma mater.
Absolutely. Go Tigers. Mine comes from the city of Cincinnati and that dynamic duo, Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase. You have a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback who hooked back up with the first-round receiver, and the chemistry in which they play with, the ease, Burrow, the accuracy, Chase, the game-breaking, the physicality, the route running, that combination, boom, and the trust and confidence that they have in each other, it shows every single Sunday.
And it can only get better. I mean, my goodness, this quick, this fast in the NFL. My game ball, you can give me all the stats. 4 straight turnovers, had 4 sacks. The Tennessee defense held the Kansas City Chiefs to 3 points.
Enough said.
I don't need to analyze the 3 points. That would be a field goal.
Yes.
Okay, one field goal. 1, 2, 3. And that's all. And they were good at every level on the field, Booger.
Yes.
It was no one in particular for Mike Vrabel, but boy, what a week as we started to show that they've had Buffalo and Kansas City. They win. And as we said, the team that lost to the Jets, they're now riding as high as any team in the AFC. It's wide open.
I'm constantly reminded that football is a physical sport. And when you see a team play as physically as the Tennessee Titans do offensively and defensively, and they're rewarded, it brings a smile to my face.
Yes, I know that. And respect, old school football
exactly.
still works.
Yes.
Even though we're into our second century
yes.
Of the NFL. Well, Sunday Night Football, it was windy and rainy. Indy at San Francisco. You would have thought it was the worst day at Candlestick. But they've gone down the coast a little bit and it got even more intriguing, if that's the right word. And we welcome in Halloween week, Michael All Hallows Eve with highlights.
All right, Boomer, thanks a lot. You know, it was all good just a month ago for the Niners, but after that 2-0 start, Kyle Shanahan's crew came into this Sunday night showdown against the Colts, having lost their last 3 games. And what greeted them? Not the best of conditions either. Had some terrible weather there in the Bay Area. Santa Clara, we had wind, we had rain. Perfect conditions for a football game in California. Jimmy Garoppolo back under center for the first time since week 4. 3rd and 12 here. Deebo Samuel, but then Darius Leonard punches the ball out. Indianapolis forcing the turnover, putting themselves in good position for this on the ensuing drive. 3rd and goal. Wentz, play action. He keeps it. Colts take the lead 13-12. We go to the 3rd quarter. Niners down just 1. They got a chance. Garoppolo hit from behind. Another turnover for San Francisco. So after a pass interference call set up the Colts in 1st and goal, Jonathan Taylor, how about that cut? Wet conditions and all, untouched into the end zone. Now the Colts lead it 20-12. Here come the Niners. Offense starting to click a little bit. Play action here. Garoppolo to Deebo. Touchdown. 2-point conversion, no good. Niners, though, back in the game. They're down 20-18. 5:30 to go. Garoppolo looking for Deebo again. Ball is tipped, intercepted by Xavier Rhodes. Yet another turnover for the Niners. And guess what? Indy capitalizes once again. Pump fake there. Michael Pittman comes down with it, stays on his feet into the end zone. Colts win it 30-18. They scored 20 points off those Niners turnovers. And that right there, oh yeah, that was the dagger. Indy gets it done on the road. 30-18 was the final. Now San Francisco has lost 4 straight games. Again, Garoppolo, first game back in the starting position. 16 for 27, 181. He threw 2 picks in that loss.
Nasty game on a nasty night here in Seattle. We had 6 personal fouls. It was rough and tough, and then and the weather was not great, but it was a special night for Matt Hasselbeck.
Speaking of tough.
Yeah, I got the Seahawk fans fired up, all the 12s, and he was honored. Entrance into their Ring of Honor at halftime. Could have used some Hasselbeck quarterback play in the game. This is the 5th offensive play, and this is by far the best offensive play of the night for the Seahawks. Geno to DK for 84 in the score.
And it's unfathomable to think that DK Metcalf, after that play, disappeared for the rest of the game.
Jameis Winston. Alvin Kamara was Mr. Do Everything. Yeah. Roughly half of the offensive plays they ran, Kamara got a touch on.
You see just how casually Jameis reached down and said, hey, maybe I should pick.
44-yard field goal attempt on the way, and no. Myers missed that one, so the Saints still had a 10-7 lead. Turnovers in the game, just 1. Adam Troutman, the fumble there. Seattle recovers, and you think they're in business at this point.
Look, the defense did their job all night long. We thought that they would have a tough time containing this run game and potentially the passing game. They answered the bell the majority of the night.
Got no yards on the drive after the turnover, but Myers hits from 50 to tie the game. Then in a 10-10 game. Myers from 53, no. The win pushing that one.
You want to talk about the mistakes. Gino took a sack there to push him back.
And then Brian Johnson, welcome to the NFL in his NFL debut. Hits from 33. Inside of 2 minutes, put the Saints up by 3. And that was kind of all. That was the story as the couple of quarterbacks get together. Listen, the Saints defense looks legit. I mean, teams should be worried about them. The question will be, can they score enough points going forward?
Yeah, I want to see this Saints defense against the Bucs. I mean, that's really what the NFC South is going to come down to. And so this offense tonight was hamstrung. They were playing from behind, and they're not as talented as the Saints defensively.
Right.
So I like what I see from the Saints defense, but there's a lot of football left to play.
Yeah, there's really one question for me that they have to answer, and that's whether or not they can rush the passer against a quarterback who can get the ball out quick, who's smart, who knows where to go with the football very quickly, and who has a good offensive line as well. Yeah, that sounds like Tampa. So we'll see what kind of answers they have for them.
Dennis Allen can fool the Seahawks and Geno Smith, but Tom's a different
I think it's a different animal come next week. Got it. Some thought this was a must-win for Seattle. They don't get the must-win, and they'll get Jacksonville back here next week.
All right, fellas, thank you very much. We're steamrolling toward the end of October. Just, because this show runs for a few days, just keep this in mind. When Halloween comes, it's the kids' night. A lot of them, the little ghosts and the goblins, aren't really looking for cars and stuff, and they're just excited. Just drive extra slow, even if you don't see anything. It's a great night for kids. Let them enjoy it as safe as possible.
Great advice.
Biggest warning that we can give. Thanks for watching NFL Primetime. We try to squeeze everything in the show for Booger on Boomer. Have a great week, everybody.